Jackson Fire Department Assistant Fire Chief Joe Smith. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Bart, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for the opportunity to be here.
Yeah, great to have you here. And exciting times with the Jackson Fire Department. It's interesting. We were talking before the show how much has changed in just the last couple of years.
Yeah, with the expansion, excuse me, of opening one of our closed station that was closed for years, continuously hiring. With the retirements, we've had a huge influx of new people, and that's a good thing. As you said, we were talking earlier, that enthusiasm, those creative ideas, the energy there. It's great. It's a great opportunity.
And you surprised me by telling me the average age of your team is what?
It's got to be 24, 25. That's not with running the hard numbers right there, and which brings its own challenges too. We were again prior to the show, we were talking about some cooking right there, and life experience where the cleaning and the cooking can always be challenging. So we're trying to teach new firefighters, EMTs, but also some of those skills around the firehouse. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, because legendary firefighters need to cook, right? It's part of being a firefighter.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, Bart? We work 24-hour shifts, so that's our home for 24 hours. Right, so we eat meals there, that fellowship that we are creating amongst each others, and then the cleaning aspect of it. Our mothers, our girlfriends aren't cleaning up behind us, or our wives, right?
Yeah.
So it's ourselves. So everyone's cleaning habits are different. We have an expectation because we want to be clean. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not a frat house. It's
No.
a firehouse.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Now, with 24 being the average age, Joe, you're going to have to get a calendar.
Multiple calendars, Bart. Okay. Multiple, yes.
All right. Well, today we wanted to talk to you about something pretty neat that you're putting on, a first responder camp designed for girls.
Yeah, absolutely. We started first calling it Girls Camp, and we're like, hey, we need something a little bit better. So the exact title is Future Female First Responder Camp, right? That's a mouthful, so a lot of times we'll call it the Girls Camp. So we want to be the organization, and the City of Jackson wants to be the government that people look to for answers. And about 6 weeks ago, maybe about a month, we were getting some phone calls for some young girls in our community and like, hey, do you have any type of camp geared towards girls? And we're like, no. And then I sat on that for a couple of days and I'm like, we need to do something, right? I don't like the answer no. So brainstorming some ideas with Deputy Chief Tim Gonzalez and our Administrative Secretary, Jamie, we created this camp. We're reaching out with our partners, Jackson Community Ambulance and Jackson Police Department, for a 3-day camp. One day it'll be with the fire department, one day with the Jackson Community Ambulance, and one day with the City of Jackson Police Department. Applications open until about another week. Apply online, City of Jackson. You'll see the Facebook pages out there as well. So,
is there any cost?
There's no cost, right? We will provide a shirt to the young ladies. We'll provide lunch and free hand-on training. We hope to create some mentorships out there with some of the individuals that are going to be helping out. So you look at myself, right? We want to have somebody that looks like these young ladies coming in right there, someone that can create that partnership with, and someone that they can idolize, and like, hey, I want to be like this individual that is teaching me. So I said I reached out to some firefighters, a female that I know in our community, and they're volunteering their time to come in.
Nice, and we do have female first responders, as we saw some from the photos, and there's room for more.
Oh, absolutely. Years ago, we used to have hundreds, if not thousands, of applicants throughout the first responder field nationwide, and that's kind of dwindled over the years for various reasons. And what another better opportunity to really plant the seed in these young girls' mind, and like, hey, I really want to strive to be like this. Mm-hmm. I can do it. I know that I can, and we'll welcome them in,
Well, it's a hard job. That's why people probably, there's a lot of danger and a lot of hard work to be a first responder. And I think we just probably are more aware of it, but the job's probably gotten harder too.
Absolutely, Bart. It's a physically demanding job, but the females that I know in this line of work, they definitely can do this line of work. The mental aspect of it, we're all here together. We've had training geared towards, getting everyone in the right frame of mind and understanding that a team, we can get through anything that's challenged us.
Yeah, it's amazing what you guys do, and it's opportunity to see it firsthand for girls in the community. Now, will they get to slide down the pole?
Well, they do have to sign a liability waiver.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and their parents as well, since they're under age 18 right there. But that may be one of the final thing. Everyone wants to do that, right? You see movies growing up, and we're actually very fortunate to have 4 of them in our station. I don't know of any other ones in our surrounding community that have it. So I know when they're going to be at the fire department, we're going to be spraying some water, in turnout gear. We're going to be using some Jaws of Life to cut up cars. We're going to go up in our tower ladder truck, extend that all the way up 95 feet if the young ladies want to do that. I know there may be some hesitation of heights, and it's a fun little ride up.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I've been on it. It's not fun. I'm afraid of heights.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could not be a firefighter.
Okay. Well, there's always groundwork that needs to be done as well.
Yeah, it looks, from the ground, it looks tall, but once you're up there, it is unbelievable.
You're absolutely right, and sometimes we'd have to do tasks that's even higher up. I think I seen some pictures, last year of our guys rappelling off the side of the building, your neighbors.
I know, I couldn't believe
absolutely.
that. The top of the Blake building, they were coming down on ropes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, you're in charge of all the training, and there's a lot that you've got going on. I mean, every day people are learning, they're taking classes, or you're training them.
Yeah. So I put on training. I also, set up the training that's needed if it's our firefighting 1 and 2, if it's hazardous materials, if it's EMS work, all of that. This line of work is always changing. The big one that we see is electric vehicles and electric scooters. So how do we combat those fires and keep our community safe? So we're always staying up on that, the best practices out there nationwide.
Let them burn.
Well, unfortunately, sometimes that's what we have to, but we also want to protect exposures and keep it, people safe as well. So that's not easy to say if a building's in a occupied garage attached to a home. So, we're going to do what we can, get the people out safely and try to put that fire out.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but I do recall now seeing electric car fires elsewhere, and that it's like, what do you do? I mean,
you can't. It's basically time.
Yeah.
It's time. There have been some studies that have totally submerged them in water, buried them in sand, and it's going to continue to burn until that fuel is gone.
All right, girls, ages 14 to 18, get signed up, because I am betting this is going to be very popular and will fill right up. And it's coming up in about a month. Well, great. Nice to see that we're having this for kids, and thanks for coming in today.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Bart.
Yeah, and thanks to everyone at the Jackson Fire Department for all the great work they do, keeping all of us safe. The City of Jackson Fire Department Assistant Fire Chief, Joe Smith.